Hello, this is the MskMiner.com channel. In this video, we will discuss new features and settings in our miner tools, including the addition of segments. If you have a large site or multiple locations, you can divide them into segments. You have the option to activate or deactivate them so they do not appear in the general table. First, you need to click on Network Scan to generate a table. Then you can enable monitoring to observe your devices in real time. For firmware updates, use the Update Firmware button. You can sort by model and also by the processor on the control board. It shows the total number of devices found. The total hash rate for SHA-256 and SCRYPT algorithms. Here we see the Exit from Overheating button and the number of miners in a power reduction state due to overheating. Pressing it will return the devices to the state in which the overheating occurred. On the right, a button to update all miners with outdated firmware, and you can see how many such devices are in the table. Pressing this button automatically selects the necessary devices. A window opens showing the list of devices that need to be updated. Next, you need to press the Upgrade Selected Firmware button. There's also an option to save settings or perform an upgrade with a settings reset. Checkbox Civitech. This function restores firmware after a device reboot on the control board with a Civitech processor. Checkbox Civitech Install automatically updates new devices on the network with stock firmware to the latest available version. The table contains all the necessary device information, so there is no need to access the web interface. Everything can be adjusted in Miner tools. The dashboard can be minimized to fit more devices on the screen. You can also customize the table, order of cells, and hide unused ones. In the Network tab on the dashboard, buttons like Start, Stop, Restart, Blink, Reboot, Reverse Stock, Factory Default, Miner Settings, Change Password, Network, and Fees replicate the web interface functionality. Stop stops mining. Start resumes mining if there was a pause. Restart restarts the miner. Blink activates blinking LEDs on the front panel of the miner for easy identification. This function can be performed in bulk, E.G, sorted by worker or model, and execute a bulk command. Reboot reverse stock returns the device to factory firmware. Factory default. This function returns settings to default, removing all user settings. Miner settings. Settings for stratum, worker, and password. Change password. A feature to change the main password and add an owner password, which sets an additional password for changing additional fees. Useful if your devices are located in a hosting service and there is a risk of additional fees being enabled without your knowledge. Network. For changing the IP address individually or adding a host name in bulk. To the host name, you can add the last 2 octets of the IP address. Fees. If necessary, you can set an additional commission on your device. You will need to enter your worker, password, and amount of fee, up to a maximum of 20%. This function removes the asterisks from the web interface of your device. Advanced settings also available individually or in bulk. Select a device or sort by model for bulk changes. Then select the necessary settings using the Shift key if needed. Tune available individually and in bulk for settings by hash rate or power. Then select the required profile. The maximum energy efficiency option achieves the highest joules per terahash for a specific device, but takes more time. Profiles labeled Update PSU are designed for power supply units with increased capacity. For bulk settings, you need to select identical models, or the program will return an error. Chain management, available only individually for one device, allows changes to voltage and frequency. Show chains shows all boards and chips on them, with changes available for overall frequency on the board, domain, or each chip individually. Show errors. Depending on the device, you can see the number of errors on each chip. For the 21st series, temperature maps, voltage, and hash rate for each chip are available. From the temperature map, you can determine the cooling quality. In the Settings tab, adding a non-standard password is available if your device's password differs from the standard root. Adding a password is necessary to obtain statistics from the miner. In this field, you can change the number of devices being flashed simultaneously, depending on the power of your laptop and the internet speed at the location. Thank you for your attention. See you soon on our channel in upcoming videos. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and if you have any questions or suggestions, write to us on our Telegram technical support channel or in the comments below the video.